You're listening to Brigade Radio 1.
Welcome to the Antisocial Show.
They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming to get you.
Your hosts, Underblock and Tyson.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Antisocial Show. Remember, this is not your daddy's podcast because this is a soundcast. I am Hunter Block, and he's
Tyson Sainer. And if your name is Jareth Sainer, this actually is your daddy's podcast.
Yes. Yeah. In that particular fashion, if.
Just saying.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's like, it's like here I am saying it. So let's say 10, 15 years from now that, kids listening to it or whatever. And, I'm saying that and everyone's like, well, yeah, maybe because they're being logical. So they're saying, obviously this is not, my daddy's podcast. But then this, your kid, Jareth, says, well, yeah, it is. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That tracks. I love it when Spencer Clinton then says that on Harmontown, where he's just, it's just a way of agreeing with the way the story's going. Instead of saying, yes, that makes sense, he goes, that tracks. And I think it's a writing thing.
That tracks.
So
I like that.
Like that tracks. So like, I assume, I'm not sure. I just find it amusing. Anyway.
Well, no, I think that's like instead of saying like from now on, instead of saying something just makes sense, right? Be like, that tracks.
Mm-hmm. That tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that follows is one that used to be. Follow. That's a good word. That's a good Groucho Marx word. Follow. It's sort of a follow sound, which says, you follow me? And then you say, yes. So, you follow me?
Yes.
Well, stop following me or I'll have you arrested. Yeah, that's a
Groucho Marx.
Classic Groucho, yeah.
Yes. Groucho!
Still working on the impression, yes. For those of you who are echoing that sentiment, I'm still working on the Groucho Marx impression. So thank you for asking. No, really though, thank you for asking. If you did, I appreciate it. No, you didn't ask. But
yeah.
But no, thank you. But I do, and also thank you. Thank you for thinking I was saying thank you and saying you're welcome. It's very polite. Sorry. Right. Yes, sir. You're saying?
And I got this lovely today.
Demon number 1, Jack Kirby. Holy crap! I can see.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's very cool.
I got this at Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. It's one of the wall books.
One of the wall books? You mean like one of the books that is on the wall, like a display book?
Yeah, so basically when you walk in, right, they have all of their newer issues all over the wall on these plastic container type shelves. You know what it looks like when you walk into a comic book store. And in the middle of the long boxes, right?
Out of the long box.
Yeah, they have the long boxes. Yeah. So, but to your left, up top is where they keep all the really expensive comics, or books, actually, like first editions, key issues, things like that. These are where you're going to find the more expensive books.
Cool.
Like this one, which cost $50.
That's really nice. I like the artwork on it.
Thanks to my awesome fiance, actually.
Yes, Jessica, thank you for... Oh, it's a DC issue.
Hell yeah, dude, because...
20 cents a time of issue. Have you read it? Are you going to read it?
Hell no, dude. This is, I think, this came out in 1978, 79.
Uh-huh.
That's how old this book is.
All right. So, well, I mean, if you do, you can always get those gloves that, like, they make you wear when you handle the Constitution, or if you're Tom Hanks in Angels and Demons.
Oh, yes.
Special gloves.
I'm definitely going to have to.
so the oils from your fingers don't hurt the paper.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, I just have to.
Oh, the one thing I was saying. Yeah.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you said the one thing you were
go
gonna say. I need to know what it is. Oh, wait. Poor connection. It says poor connection, but I can see you and hear myself and see my lips moving in real time. So I guess we're good. Please continue. Oh, there goes. Yes.
No, what I was going to say was, yeah, absolutely. You would have to wear gloves when you're handling a first edition or a key issue, something that you know is worth an ass ton of money. Like, for example, Batman, right? Take Batman, for example. Batman never had his own first comic. Didn't happen. His first appearance was in Detective Comics issue number 27. Now, if you get your hands on that book and you sell that book, you're actually sitting on millions of dollars.
Yes.
That's the book that you don't read. You seal it up and you put it in a vault, and that's it.
I feel like Nicolas Cage had one of those, and I think it was stolen from him and then recovered at one point. But I think there was years that went between it. I think I'm remembering this correctly, and I think it was Action Comic.
Oh no!
Wasn't it Action Comic or was it Detective Comic number 27?
I'm about to find out.
Okay, because in my head the font, I'm seeing it, and I could be wrong. But that's I'm very visual, so I could totally be wrong. I could be at that point in time when my brain is overcompensating for dying, which might end up being the name of this episode.
And of course, Hunter was right. It is
Detective
Comics,
number
baby.
27, which is the one where he's got when he was holding up the car on,
that is in fact Action Comics. That
okay.
is.
So that's not the first issue though that you were talking about.
That's the first appearance of Superman.
Oh, who are you talking about? Were you talking about Batman?
No. The one where he's holding up the car.
Yeah.
That's Superman.
Yeah. And that's Action Comic, right?
Yeah, that's.
Were we not talking about Action? Were we not talking about Superman? I thought we were talking.
No, we were talking about Batman.
Well, that's my confusion. Oh, let's see. I've already matched up the world's finest. Well, it should make sense that Batman was a Detective Comic. It makes 100% more sense, and that means the image in my head is right. I was just for a second I forgot we were talking about Batman, and for some reason I thought we were talking about Superman.
But you are correct, sir. Superman is in fact a DC character. Okay, for everyone who maybe not be into comics as much. And Tyson is absolutely right. It was Action Comics for Superman. So he got confused what I was saying, but it's definitely, he was actually definitely right. It was Action Comics for Superman, his first appearance, which is a legit first copy. And of course, Detective Comics issue number 27 for Batman. So that was Batman's first appearance.
Very cool. Can I show you one of my comics?
Absolutely.
Okay. Just a moment. I've got to take these off.
Oh shit! Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, it's a Marvel. It's a Marvel Super Special magazine. It was number 18. It was $2.50 when it came out. And it's the official comics adaptation of the new hit film from Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. Fantastic adventure from the makers of Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Star Wars, and Empire Strikes Back, and then. On the back, for some reason, they chose to put some sample art on it all. I think it's actually, they've simplified the palette of these actual scenes here, but they put some kind of I don't know what it's called. I'm not up on my layout lingo and whatnot when it comes to comics, but I'm willing to learn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, actually, I can look up there. That's right. That's why I got this second screen. So there's Thoth, or was that his name?
Yeah, that was that crazy German dude.
There's the U-boat coming in there in the thing. There's the Temple of Ra, the Temple of Solomon. The what was it called?
It's Temple of Ra.
There's Marion with the medallion.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Indy.
Ada Jones with the just swinging through the jungle.
Oh yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
See. Marvel was good for that, like putting out comics for movies and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple. I've got at least 2 of these. Not of this particular issue, but anyway. So it's not in mint condition, but it's still pretty cool to have.
You know what you need? You need comic bags.
Comic bags, and this one's bigger than so it's also like larger in dimension than a standard comic book. Like, I feel like I should just, let's see, can I get my head over this way? I can. How far can I put? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They actually sell these type of bags in any comic book store.
Nice.
Yeah, so all you do is, and boards too, all you gotta do is just drop them in, you board them and close them.
Yeah, it's funny because this sort of thing, bagging and boarding, was something that came along. I wasn't aware of what stuff was. Here's an old Barbie comic.
Oh, Richie Rich.
Yeah, and there he is. He's got little dollar signs hanging off his umbrella. He's saying, I can always bank on this umbrella, and the word bank is like in boldface, so you can tell that that's what the emphasis is.
Uh-huh.
So they did. There's some silly jokes from these comics. Anyway, so I have some Richie Riches. I have some comics that are in even worse condition. I actually do have some that are bagged. I did get some eventually. Oh.
What am I talking about? I got my comics right next to me.
I can see a bag here. Yeah.
I got 2 phone boxes to my side.
It's a literal bag. It's not a comic bag. It's just a Ziploc bag. Yeah? I've got a Hulk number 230 and 229. Go backwards in time somehow.
No, that's works on.
Maybe. Got at least one of the... Return of the Jedi. Oh, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, these are kind of fun. They have the adaptations, like I said, the Marvel adaptations. There was a 2-episode issue of he's gone. Hey, you're nearby.
Check this one out. This is from my Batman stash.
Okay, yeah. What you got? Ooh, it's the Archie and Batman. Archie meets Batman.
Yep, it's Archie and Batman 66, Adam West.
Oh my God, is that Archie as the Boy Wonder?
Yes.
That's funny. Is that a newer comic?
Yeah, it's fairly new.
Cool. So now this is the other thing that troubles me is for some reason I don't know why my camera is backwards because like my image is backwards. So like when I stick this up, I don't know if you can read it forwards. Is it forwards when I show it to you?
No, it's backwards.
It's also backwards. Okay.
But lucky for you, I can actually read it backwards.
It is lucky for everybody. So let's see here. Let me see.
That's backdoor. Backdoor. The glare is in the way. I can't see it.
Backdoor. It's not backdoor. That's
what is it?
It's okay. It does look like backdoor. I'm looking at it, and it totally looks like looks like Dorak cub. It's a Dorak cub. Yeah, it's the cub of a Dorak. Yes, a Dorak is a strange. It's a space creature, and it's Dorak cub, and then Aznab. His name is Aznab, and he's a young Dorak cub, and he fights crime. Now it's Buckaroo Banzai.
Buckaroo Banzai.
Yeah, I have it's a 2-issue adaptation of Buckaroo Banzai. Here's the other one.
Nice.
It does look like Dorak cub as Mac. Anyway, I apologize.
That was funny.
And so comic that is awesome. I like that you have comics.
Yeah, I still collect ones. I still collect when I can.
I mean, somewhere I've got a box that's got Fangorias in it, and I don't think it's this one.
Ooh, that's the one you got to keep, my friend.
Yeah.
For all those millennials out there, Fangoria magazines or Fangos were magazines that you basically bought out of off any magazine stand, and that's how you keep track of like horror movies and stuff, all that good stuff. So, obviously Tyson does have the power to cut this part out if he so feels fit. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're not going to say who it is. We were having a guest, and we're not going to tell you who it is.
Yeah.
I mean, he still may make an appearance, but I'm just saying he was like, okay, guys.
I just looked at his Instagram. He was busy an hour ago, so it might have coincided with. Like, I'm not sure that he forgot. He might have just been
busy,
like running late with some venue, or or he might have forgotten. It's fine though. It's actually. Yeah, I just hope he didn't get injured.
Oh, no, I hope not either. But what Tyson's basically saying is that Tyson and myself exerted a lot of energy to do that episode, and it just took us this long to recover.
I thought it was fun.
Oh, it was totally fun.
And I look forward to any opportunity to record. So,
absolutely,
because we. Why is the wrong one? Let's turn this up here. Here we go. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm better now.
All right. And resume edit.
I'm better now.
The giggle monster has consumed Hunter. I was going to say my co-host, and I was like, do I want to say has consumed my co-host, ladies and gentlemen?
Hunter. I'm better. I'm better now, but I was
Hunter
thinking.
Block, you're on. You bet your life. How are you, Hunter?
Good. I'm better now. I'm better now.
Did you know?
No, I was thinking about Halloween, and I was thinking about the. I was thinking about that costume idea where you turn the lights off in your house and you arrange a black light and you put a black backdrop behind you, so you can for the house, and then just wear all black and a white bra and cover your face so they can't see it, and the only thing it looks like is a pair of gloves and like floating tits. And,
oh, look at me! I'm a science fiction movie from the 1960s.
Yeah,
The Invisible Girl.
I told you to do that as a Halloween costume last year.
He did? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I did.
God, I don't know. I mean, I'm it's one of the things that I'll probably hear it on the audio at some point.
I think I told you to also wear like a glow-in-the-dark fizz kiss mask.
Fezgig mask? Or a kiss mask?
No, a fizz giz.
Oh, it was a Fezgig mask. Yeah. Okay.
So basically wear that mask and then wear the white bra and the gloves and stuff, and make sure that the mask glows in the dark too, and then open the mouth and it just...
Fezgig mask. Let's see. I'm going to try. Let's see here. I was going to do a little...
I'm out of control.
No, you're fine. I was going to do a little bit of this if we had a guest, so let's see if I can... let's see what sort of proximity this gives me here on the thing. Let's see here. It looks okay on the thing there, on the spectral view. Yep, it's going to be in that key, huh? Let's try that again. That's exactly it. You know what that was.
Yep.
That's good. So, yeah, I was going to have the contest this week be
song guessing.
Yes. Yeah, so a little Bon Jovi. Could have chosen another one, decided to go with that one. Because reasons. Let's see here. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I do just have a window open in case it happens. So, we actually might not get a chance to play a game if if he were on here, because it might go in a totally different direction, and that's fine. I'm flexible.
That's very true. If he decides to actually come on the show tonight, and if he doesn't, that's fine. We'll just grab him next time. Yeah, baby.
Ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. What was the name of that comedian that used to do the little... Used to do his Brian... So it wasn't Brian Regan. Oh, I can see his face, but I can't remember the... I want to give this guy credit because it was such a funny bit. Brian Fraser, that's the name of the comedian I was looking for. Brian Fraser, and that is actually, it's Farzer. There's no I in there, so it's Brian Fraser, and he had the bit where it's like, you know how people have like an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other shoulder?
Yes.
And he's like, I think that New Yorkers just have like two devils, you know? So it's like, one of them was like, take his wallet. And the other one's like, take his wallet and stab him in the head. Yeah. So
New Yorkers do have.
Ow, ow, ow. And then they start fighting in midair. Oh, it's hilarious. It's a hilarious bit.
Go to New York City, dude.
His voice is much better. Like the voice he uses. Like I cannot yell loud enough to do the impression because it's late at night. Anyway.
I'm telling you, go to New York, and like the most interesting thing for a person to experience, not on their own, of course, but with somebody that's New York seasoned. Go to the subways at night. You're gonna see like the strangest shit on the planet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
New York on the street at night. You saying?
No. Go to New York, right? With a seasoned person, like a person that either lives there or has been to the city many times, and basically knows their way around and knows what the deal is. But you have to go on a New York City subway train at night.
Mm-hmm.
Go in a group, but go at night because you're going to see some strange, fascinating shit on these trains at night.
I believe you.
Yeah. Definitely have to experience it.
So Brian Fraser is on Twitter under Hyper Mammal. That is HYPERMAMMAL. And I'm going to follow him because he could use more followers, and there's some funny stuff on here. Oh, and it's from a while ago. He hasn't updated. Well, no, he did actually update recently, as June 10th, so that's cool. But like most of his stuff was in 2015, or most recent stuff was from 2015. He took a little break from Twitter, it looks like. But one of his jokes says, "I'm live streaming my wife's food poisoning."
Right.
An autograph is proof that you've annoyed a famous person. I don't know. I don't know who Sam Brownback is. That's me saying it. I don't know. So, do you have any idea who Sam Brownback is?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, I'll have to look it up later. But it says if there was a Mount Rushmore for douchebags, Sam Brownback would be all four faces. So whoever this guy is, he must be a real piece of work. All right. Anyway, he has a book out. I just randomly I don't know if we're even gonna do anything with it. It would be called a signal boost, but I thought this guy was pretty funny, so I want to plug him here. Not a sponsor. Brian Fraser's not a sponsor. So he has a book called Cartoons with My Dad.
Right.
How Art Drew Us Together. And it looks like it says, when his mother was diagnosed with MS, Brian Fraser lost both his parents to the demands of the disease. His father, Sam, was his mother's sole caretaker for 40 years, unavailable to his children or his art. After his mother died, Brian had the opportunity to reconnect with Sam, but how could he reestablish the relationship? The answer was in a doodle. One day, on a whim, he suggested his father draw a cartoon that Brian had written. The old spark returned to Sam's eyes. With every cartoon, Sam came back to life, and so did Brian's connection with his dad. Brian Fraser is an author, stand-up comedian, and self-proclaimed neurotic. Cartoons with My Dad chronicles Brian's quest to find his relationship with his father, and in the process, find himself. So, yes, and his website is FrasersEdge.com. It's a take on the term razor's edge, but it's spelled FraserSedge.com. I
Get that right, folks.
Yeah, it sounds like a good thing, Harry. And look at his wingspan; he will destroy you, people. Oh, and thank you, Critical Dice, for following me. I don't know if you'll still be following me by the time you hear this. Perhaps we will still be following each other 3 months from now or whenever this comes out. Depends on how much time I have to edit. But it always does.
That's very true.
Anyway, there's some behind-the-scenes stuff. So, yeah, How the Sausage is Made Part 2. It's not going to be called that. Anyway.
It's going to be called... Wait, what's not going to be called Part 2?
This one's not going to be called How the Sausage is Made Part 2. I think that's what that episode is called. We have an episode called... We do
have an episode called...
it's called Making the Sausage. That's what it's called.
Making the Sausage, yes.
Yes. Making the Sausage. Making the Sausage is episode 24.
God, that was a long time ago. Episode 24.
It was a while ago, yeah. This playlist was made 2 years ago. Oh, also, yes, the most recent episode published as of right now is episode 74 called Nothing Can Go Wrong. It is episode 74, but it is actually our 78th episode total of this program.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's not forget, since we're theoretically in so for everybody listening right now, it is in real time. It's Monday, July 15th, and of course, for me, it's Monday. It's Monday, and it's still Sunday night for Tyson. But the thing about it is that when you hear it, it's going to be October.
Wrong.
Right. So with that being said, of course, that is the first month, of course, that we launched Anti-Social Show, the first episode. So this October will be 3 years. Do you want to take maybe a 5-minute breather?
Sure. Let's do that.
Everybody, Hunter has away, and I am Pickle Rick.
I've not seen that episode yet.
Oh my god, dude, that show is... I mean, so I came across that show because I was bored, and...
Rick and Morty, for those of you who are wondering. Before we get too far into it, we should say... Can't just assume everybody knows that that's from Rick and Morty, although they probably do.
Rick and Morty. So I've heard many people talk about it, and I'm like, you know what? Might as well give it a shot. So I watched it, and I have to admit, it's hysterical. Because here you have, a dysfunctional family beyond belief. The grandfather is, he's the most intelligent man. To give you an idea of this, there's multiple realities, or the multiverse, in Rick and Morty, and in all of these realities, Rick, in some variation of himself, is the smartest man ever. So he put together a syndicate of Ricks, and because his grandson's like his sidekick and only friend, who is slow, every Rick is assigned a Morty.
That's interesting. That's like in in their, they have a mobile game, Pocket Mortys, and it's basically like a Pokemon style game, except it's with Mortys of different dimensions.
Yes.
Yeah. I've played it.
So there was that interesting thing, and of course, Murder Party, which I gave a shot because I was bored, and again, hysterical, because this poor dumb guy, man. It just seems like life shits on him, because he's basically a what do they call them people, a T. What is airport security?
TSA?
Yeah, TSA. He's a level 1 TSA that works for New York City, and all he does is write parking tickets. And so this guy is like the very definition of like gloom and shit. And he's like walking home. He lives by himself, lives with a cat. He's walking home, finds his invitation, and it's Halloween, by the way, to a murder party. So somebody and a bunch of kids smash his jack-o'-lantern. So here he is. He basically takes the jack-o'-lantern, turns it into a pumpkin pie or pumpkin bread with or pudding or something like that, and puts raisins in it. And then he goes and finds this big cardboard box and just makes a night costume out of it, and complete with sword that's attached to his back with string, and everything is just cardboard and duct tape. And he goes to this party, and all these people have an intent to kill this man, and they tie him up, and now they're all taking truth serum to get high, and now they're like telling the truth about certain things, and he's just sitting there. He's like, I dumped myself. And then they're all like, kind of scooching away, saying gross thing like, like being sick and shit. He's like, it was at my cousin's wedding. I got trapped in an elevator and, for 3 hours and I dumped my pants. And then the doors opened up and it was on some type of convention or whatever. So he goes, then I had to walk up 6 flights of stairs and it touched my socks. And he goes, I'm a TSA level 1, and I write tickets all day, and I ruin people's days. And if I die, the world won't miss me. It'll go on. And you guys curse too much, but that's okay. And I didn't even tell anyone I was coming to the murder party. And so this guy's life is just one big pile of dump. And essentially, that's what's going on right now.
The show is a big pile of dump?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, that's what's happening to him, like right now, because he's tied to the chair.
Yeah. Sorry.
And they pumped him full of truth serum, and they're doing cocaine and they're drinking, and their whole intent is to kill this man. And
I hear you.
And then this poor guy. I mean, all he wanted to do was just sit at home and eat candy corns out of a bowl and just watch horror movies that he rented from the video store. And, he's talking about how he makes like $27,000 a year, and, nobody's going to miss him and shit, and talking about the most embarrassing moment of his life. And,
Yeah. I remember this clip. Yeah, I think you sent me the clip for it on YouTube, or sent me the link for it, rather.
Yes, I did, because when I saw that, that's like the funniest. I mean, it's a horror movie, obviously, because people do die in it. But I mean, that is the funniest scene out of that whole movie. That's what sold me on it.
So is the rest of the movie any good?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I mean, it's weird. It's twisted. It's out there, but it's definitely it's worth watching at least one time.
Okay. So.
That movie right there is hilarious. You're gonna laugh. You're just gonna laugh your ass off. Trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was the new Halloween remake from last year, which, by the way, could probably
sequel.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a sequel. It was just Halloween. It was supposed to be the remake of the original one, or the original sequel to it, something like that. And this is where Jamie Lee Curtis is not his sister.
Oh, was Jamie Lee Curtis in it?
Yes. Throughout the entire movie.
She's not Laurie Strode?
Yeah, no, she is. It's just that she's not Michael's sister.
In this version of...
In this adaptation of the film.
In the 2018 adaptation?
Yes.
Okay.
Because don't forget, in the one with Ja Rule,
Busta Rhymes?
Busta Rhymes, yes. She died in the beginning.
I didn't see it.
Oh shit! Spoiler, sorry.
I've only seen 1 through 4. So yeah.
Well, you definitely got to see.
Yeah, at some point. I mean, there's not a lot of time to watch these movies, and also we have a little one, so it's like.
That's true.
We're not watching it with him.
You could.
Well, I mean, we could have him facing away from the screen and have like headphones on, but we don't have the tech setup for that. So it's, opportunities are much less to watch as a group. Like I could probably watch those movies on my own, but I'd have to find.
That's why you got to take your headphones. attach him to your phone, turn the volume down real low so it doesn't hurt his ears, and let him watch a movie.
Let him watch something else.
Correct.
Yeah. Or he can be asleep, and we could just be watching him sleep in the living room. We have a bouncy chair for him. Anyway, it's not gonna. It probably won't happen anytime soon. It might, but I mean, I've got too much stuff to work on, and much less time to do it. So.
Oh my God! Did I ever tell you about my failed Halloween?
The open window. That's what I think I did some music for. Did you ever tell me about your Halloween?
No. What? My failed Halloween.
Oh, your failed Halloween. Okay.
Of 2002.
Your failed Halloween. Your failed Halloween. Halloween.
So, like I said, dear listeners, the only reason why I've been bringing up Halloween so much is because I love Halloween with a passion. To me, like, Halloween is not just a day; it's like a way of life, and I could literally celebrate it every single day. So, since this particular episode, as I said, is going to be heard in October, hopefully, and it is still only July, it gives me an excuse to talk about Halloween. Why? Because Halloween's fucking awesome. But there was a year when I failed at Halloween, okay? So in 2002, I did not, I wasn't really in the spirit for once, you know what I mean? And then it was like a last minute thing where, I needed a costume, and I was going to go with the trick or treating. I wasn't trick or treating. I was just trick or treating with the family, and so and keep in mind this is the South now, mind you. And of course, somebody had scored, who worked at Walmart. This guy scored a bunch of free costumes, like Halloween costumes they were just going to discard. So he's like, "Yeah, I got a bunch of costumes if you want to go through them." So the only thing that would fit was a cheap ass ghost costume, okay? And it had the full on mask that covered your entire head and just two friggin' eyes in it, right? And now I'm walking around town.
It wasn't pointed on top, was it?
No, but I'm walking around town and I'm like, I look like a friggin' Klansman, man. And I had to take the thing off because I legit looked like a Klansman. And that was my failed Halloween.
It's pretty funny. What was the so was there like a robe that came with it, or was it just like a mask, or like what was the rest of the costume?
Okay, so you know what the Scream costume looks like, right?
Oh yeah, with the long chin and the kind of like the big
yeah. Ghostface. So essentially it was that costume but just white. And then the overall, it was just like a cloth mask that covered your entire head and just had two eyes. So it wasn't even like rubber. It was just straight up cloth. But the thing about it was, without the pointed up top.
Did you have arms, or did you have like arms underneath it?
No, I had arms.
Your arms were out. Like,
yeah, my arms were out. Like I had arms. And like just like the Scream costume, I had arms.
Except it's white.
Except it's white.
So it's like the White Reaper, kind of.
Yeah, it's like the White Reaper, and it just it looked like a Klan suit.
It's terrible. It's hilarious.
It was.
I mean, yeah. Do you still have that costume?
No. I mean, I have many costumes, but definitely no. I had to ditch that shit.
I can't even remember what my last Halloween costume was. I think it might have been a zombie with a bullet hole in the forehead.
Oh, no, that's badass.
I think. And I also think I might have had a beard. I don't know if I dressed up for Halloween after that. I tried different things, but like I didn't throw myself fully into it. I got the opportunity to dress up this year. Because the kids, let's see, how old will Jareth be? He will be, so in October he will be, especially by October 21st, he will be 9 months old.
I have a perfect.
12. Yes.
I have a perfect. So now, if you guys go to like some type of Halloween function, of course, with the kid, right? Mm-hmm. And requires all of you to dress up as, in the spirit of things, right? Mm-hmm. You should be the devil, right? And Laura should be, of course, Rosemary. and then Jareth, could be whatever that kid's name was in Rosemary's Baby. But you're seeing the theme here, right?
Yes, I am. I haven't seen the movie, so but I mean I know what it's about. It's one of those ones I haven't seen yet.
Dude, if you're viewing, I know that you guys view Halloween movies throughout October. You should definitely add that to your list because of all the horror movies that you're going to watch Halloween season, definitely want to watch Rosemary's Baby because. I mean, it is really sick. I mean, not sick like twisted, like you're gonna see blood and things like that, but just in the contents of it. I mean, you're gonna feel so bad for this woman. It's not even gonna be funny. But
sure.
It's definitely out of all the horror movies, it's definitely worth watching.
All right. A William Castle production, I believe.
Yes, and of course, if you've never seen The Exorcist, definitely a must watch.
I have seen The Exorcist. Seen it a couple times. I actually think I got it on multiple formats. I know I had it on VHS. I had some special edition that was released. Whenever that was released. It was before DVDs, I think. So it was but just before DVDs were widely sold at Suncoasts all over America. I don't know. It's too long ago. It's not important.
Just so you know, they actually do sell it in DVD and Blu-ray format in Suncoast Video because there is a Suncoast Video.
Is there?
Yes. It's in Monmouth Mall.
Wow. It's still a Suncoast somewhere. That's awesome.
Absolutely. And it's filled with awesomeness, man, from collectibles to shirts to DVDs, all kinds of awesomeness. In fact, I will show you this. So, dear listener, as you may, I don't think you do know, I'm a huge collector, and I love horror pieces. And so, here's a piece from my collection from Suncoast. It is, of course. Okay, so this particular piece is not a mecha, and usually mecha collectibles are preferable, but this is from Ruby's.
I don't know what Mecha is. Is it a brand?
Yes, Mecha is a brand for do they so only no, they do more than just horror, but like their horror pieces, like their collectibles.
Oh. It's
phenomenal. Cool. And but so this is not a Mecha, but gosh, here we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's on the other side. There you go. Oh yeah, it looks like Freddy's glove.
It is.
Very cool. I'm seeing Freddy Krueger's glove, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Of the audio version.
Yes. So, totally wearable, of course. That came from Suncoast.
Very cool. How long ago did you get that?
5 years ago.
Wow.
Yep.
Very cool.
Said it was. I think it was like the only one they had in stock at the time. So I was like, you know what? I gotta buy it.
I'm like, do I have any props around here? I don't think I do. Sorry, I'm thinking. So yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, we could. What were we talking about? We had comics and Mecha.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I was showing you the glove and then telling you that Mecha. In fact.
Oh yeah.
I'll show you a piece by Mecha real quick.
Okay.
I lied. So, this is a McFarlane, okay? And they're just as good as Mecha, of course.
Oh, McFarlane. Yeah, I was actually going to bring up McFarlane. I've seen a decent amount of his toys. Is that Brundlefly?
Yes, it is.
Neat. That's very cool. Where'd you get that again? That one?
This came from a store in Bordentown called the Man Cave.
The Man Cave. That's interesting.
They sell collectibles, little knickknacks, little novelties, music, things like that.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting too that would be something that'd be like, yeah, I want to well, if it's Man Cave, it kind of implies that it's a person where a person would decorate stuff, so that they would just assume that person would be like this. Oh yeah, this Brundlefly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a really disturbing story. This guy, like, it's like The Fly with Vincent Price, except, like, instead of just his head in his hand, it's, like, slowly creeping out all of his body, and this guy's just falling apart. This David Cronenberg body horror movie, which is something that he does a lot and seems to enjoy doing. And by the end, it's like, it's gone. And yeah, so anyway, that's cool. It's just up there on my shelf, There's a lot of heavy baggage that comes with that story,
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Mecca.
No?
No, it's NECA. I'm sorry.
Oh, with an N?
Yes, with an N. I don't know why I kept saying Mecca, but no, it's actually NECA.
Okay.
And this is the piece from...
Nice. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, with the machete split, too. With the proper Tommy Jarvis inflicted machete split.
Yep.
Or wait a minute. Was it Tommy Jarvis who did the machete split? Because I know he did the follow-up stabbings, but was he the one who actually embedded the machete in Jason's skull?
Yes.
Okay. That glorious Tom Savini puppet.
Dear listener, you also can't see obviously what I'm looking at.
That way.
They're right in front of me,
That
but
way.
there's that way, whatever. No.
Well, for me, I'm pointing to the same direction you're pointing.
Yeah, but for me, it's where I'm pointing.
Right, but if I go like that, then I'm obviously pointing behind you. But if I point behind me, I'm basically pointing the same direction you're pointing.
Right.
Anyway.
But there's a black shelf, of course, and to the right, and on top of it, there's a Predator mask that I had acquired.
Oh, nice. Over here.
Over here.
Turn around. Over here.
And then that laugh. See, that's my weak point. Being a collector, it's like you amass such an amount of stuff that it's insane.
I agree. It can be insane, yeah. But
I had to stop.
You had to stop?
I had to stop myself.
Collecting too much?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, for example, I have an artist, okay, a horror artist, who made for me. I mean, it's supposed to be a book, but it's a box, like where it looks like a book, but you open it up and it's a box, right? But I wanted him to do the Book of the Dead from Evil Dead, like that classic Evil Dead 1 look.
The Necronomicon?
Yes. So he did that for me. And then he took a regular brown stuffed teddy bear and put a human skull with no skin on it, and like human rib cages. Like the bear from Annihilation? Kind of.
Have you seen Annihilation?
No.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so this bear has a human skull face and ribs and
like Terminator?
No. Here, I'll show you.
Sounds horrifying.
This is going to take me a second because it's he's not in the right type of case. So hold on.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you put that closer to the camera a little bit, like this way, towards me. There you go. Cool. That is pretty neat looking. And what is that? You can tell me when you come back what it is. Or
it's a bear with a human skull face.
Right, but I mean, is it a character from something, or is it like just an idea that, like, who designed that?
That he put together.
Huh?
It's just an idea that he put together.
Who put together?
Yeah. So basically, he's the artist. He basically came up with the concept.
That's pretty cool. You'll have to tell me the name of the artist when you come back.
Patrick Hart.
Patrick Hart, ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise.
So, if you want some cool horror art, just go to find him on Facebook and tell him the Antisocial Show sent you.
That's right. All right. Well, that's about all the time we have for Antisocial Show. I'm Tyson Sainer.
And I'm Hunter Block.
Be decent to each other.
Absolutely.
Have a good time, folks.